Hey everyone, welcome to your Hot Mess Yoga class. Today we are going to focus on why we do the story of eagle pose. This is one of my favorite sequences that I've ever created. I've been teaching it for several years now at this point, so I really hope you enjoy. Get absorbed in the story and I'll see you on your mat. Come into child's pose. Lower your forehead down, extend your arms out. Separate your knees about mat width distance and sink your hips down towards your heels. So today we are focusing on the story of eagle pose, Garudasana. And it starts off, as most stories obviously do, with a ginormous egg that is just kind of plunked in the middle of heaven's existence. And from this egg emerges Garuda. The way he's described is he's this 6 foot tall Birdman, so the face of an eagle, wings of an eagle, and the body of a man, kind of described as like a hottie with a body. But because he's so just spectacular to look at with these big golden wings, it immediately puts the other gods kind of on edge, like they get jealous of him all of a sudden. Start to lift your elbows off the mat and spider crawl your hands over to the top right corner of the room. Take a second and feel your shoulders pulled down, an option to crisscross your left wrist on top of your right. So because Garuda is so beautiful and the gods are so jealous, they immediately start in on him with bullying him about his appearance, and it makes Garuda feel uncomfortable and kind of ashamed about how he looks. So he starts to shrink himself down, kind of walks with a hunchback, hardly ever flies except when he's being used as a vehicle for the other god. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, spider crawl to the left, this time right wrist on top of your left. Now, even though Garuda just kind of appears as an egg one day, he actually has a mother. And his mother has a really bad gambling habit. So she loses a bet to the wrong group. She loses a bet to these demonic snakes that have their own city. Come back to center. And begin to shift forward into a tabletop position. Now feel free to roll through some cat-cows. Inhale, lower your belly and look up. Exhale, round your spine, hunch through your shoulders, and start to flow at your own pace. Feel free to incorporate some additional movements, really just taking a little bit of inventory about how your back, your neck, your shoulders all feel together today. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow. Any little crinkles that you need to keep working out, go ahead and explore where you feel tight and where you feel really open. Keep pressing down into your shins. One more breath to explore. And back to your neutral tabletop. Ground down into your left palm. Inhale, easy twist, right arm up to the ceiling. Roll out your right wrist in both directions. And on an exhale, thread the needle, right arm behind your left wrist. A couple variations to consider. You can straighten your left arm forward to get a side body stretch, or take the top of your left hand to your outer right hip for a shoulder opener. You can stay as long as you'd like in either variation, but keep working your inner thighs to roll back to the wall behind you. Push your shoulders down and away from your ears. And maintain a little pressure into your right temple. Start to walk your left hand back to its starting position. Inhale, easy twist, right arm up and back to your tabletop. Inhale, lift your left arm high, roll out your left wrist in both directions. On an exhale, thread the needle, glide your left arm behind your right wrist, and do what you did on the other side. So either straighten your right arm forward or bring your right arm back behind you. Take the shoulder opener, top of your right hand to your outer left hip. Pay attention though if your left hip is starting to sag down with that shoulder stretch. Squeeze your inner thighs. Line up your left wrist with your left shoulder. Feel your right shoulder blade pulling deep into its socket. Walk your right hand back to its starting point. Inhale, easy twist left. exhale back to your tabletop. Walk your hands another palm print forward and come into your down dog. Pedal out, shake your head yes and no. Find the position that feels most grounded and rooted for you. So when Garuda's mom can't pay the bill, so to speak, the snakes kind of make her a gross deal. They say, okay, fine, you are our slave, you're our captive, you do what we say. But when Garuda finds out that this is what's going to happen to his mom, he freaks out and says, absolutely not. Begin to tiptoe your way forward into your ragdoll position. Option to grab for opposite elbows, or if you would like, take this into gorilla pose by sliding your hands underneath your feet and wiggling your toes into your wrists. But whatever variation you take, let your head hang heavy, your belly rest down to your thighs. Look back between your legs. Garuda does something though that I think any of us would do for our loved ones, and he figures out a way to save his mom. Begin to release your fingertips down to the floor, toe heel your feet together, and with a deep bend into your knees, roll up to a standing position. Circle shrug your shoulders down and gather your hands to your heart. The snakes say the only way they'll let Garuda's mom go is if Garuda steals the nectar of immortality from the gods. And Garuda hears this and flies off to go do it. There will be a series of trials that he'll have to complete in order to get the nectar, and that's where we'll have to pause the story for now. Because Garuda does what I think we would all do, save and help the ones we love. But it's a bigger story than that. Garuda has to really find himself. Drop your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain, Tadasana. Lift your arms up and overhead. Today, though, rotate your palms to face the back wall so that your pinkies are spiraling in towards each other. Anchor down into your heels. Feel your ribs pulling up from your hips as much as you feel your shoulders trying to anchor your torso back down. Exhale, waterfall back bend. Drop your arms down to your sides. Turn your palms out to either side of the room. Think alien abduction with your chest. Inhale, mountain. Circle your arms back up overhead. Flick your palms out to either side of the room and exhale, swan dive. Glide your arms open. Lean your heart down towards your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands to either your shins or your thighs. Tabletop your spine. Press your hands into your legs to extend your chest further forward. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Starting in a high plank. Hinge forward, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, curl back for your down dog. Inhale, grip your fingers onto the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Begin to step your feet to the top of your space. Bring your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, mountain. Rotate your palms to face the back wall. Exhale, waterfall, back bend, arms by your sides, chin and chest up. Inhale, mountain lift. Exhale, swan dive, glide your heart down. Inhale, halfway lift, elongate your back. Exhale, chaturanga, step your feet back. Lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing, broaden your chest. Exhale, down dog. One more set. Inhale, chest to shins. Exhale, fold forward, feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, mountain, ride the wave of breath up. Exhale, waterfall arms, pull your heart high. Inhale, mountain, start to rotate your palms to either side of the room. Exhale, swan dive, lead your chest down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Remember, you can always drop to your knees or skip these at any point. Exhale, down dog. We'll take this into some dolphin down dog push-ups. Starting with your left elbow, drop your left elbow down to the mat. Followed by your right elbow. Straighten your left arm. Straighten your right arm. Switch it out. Right elbow down. left elbow down, right arm straightens, left arm straightens, left elbow, right elbow, left arm, right arm, one more, right elbow, right arm, left arm. Great job. Bring both elbows down and let's play with some dolphin kick-ups. Extend your right leg up to the ceiling, keeping your forehead lifted off the mat. Tiny pulses of your right heel up and down. Push your elbows back to the wall behind you. Hover your forehead off the mat. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, drop your right foot down. Exhale, kick back up. Inhale, toes down. Exhale, kick. Keep your hips in line with each other. Engage through your glute. Last 2. Kick it up. Final full set down, up. Lower your toes. Drop down to your knees. Woo! Good news, everybody. We got 2 legs to do this on. So when you are ready, come back into your dolphin position. Elbows to the mat. Hips up towards the ceiling. Think cat pose with your shoulders to help keep your forehead off the mat. Lift your left leg up and hold it. Find those little pulses. Good, tiny range of motion. Press down into your palms. Pull your elbows back for 3, 2, 1. Full range. Inhale, left foot down. Exhale, kick. Toes down. Kick high up. Last 3. Squeeze your inner thighs. Tighten up through your glutes. Boom. Last 1. Down. Kick up. Drop your knees. Begin to swing your legs around in front of you. Shake out whatever you need. And recline down onto your back. Begin to recline down onto your back and we'll get set up for basic crunches. Heels in line with your sits bones. Direct your business section, wink wink, up towards the ceiling. Now, I have been finding that I'm getting a little bit deeper by pressing my hands into my quads just to create a little bit more extension in my low back. From here, hands go around the nape of your neck. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale down. Exhale, lift, crunch. As you're doing these though, feel your sits bones pushing towards your heels as much as your heels are trying to dig back towards your sits bones. Elbows nice and wide, target into your low belly. Open up across your elbows. Last 3, we're gonna hold and crunch in 2. Tiny little pulses. Last 1, lift, hold here, baby crunches, up, up, just for 4, 3, squeeze your legs, 2, 1. Great job. Take a good morning stretch and you're going to stay in this morning stretch to get set up for star crunches. Apologies, these are effing hard. Dig down into your left heel, breathe in. Exhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling and reach your arms up and over towards your right foot. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, dig into your right heel, lift your left leg up. Now keep going like that. Opposite heel digs into the floor to help lift your torso as high up to the ceiling as possible. You're aiming to create a boat shape in your body as you're doing these. Also, here's the thing, you don't have to go up as high as I am. So long as you're feeling this in your core, you are good to go. And one other challenge, make sure that it is core and not momentum lifting you up. Keep going, dig into your heel, twist, lower down with control. Exhale, lift up with purpose. You've got 2 more on each side. Firm your abdominal wall as you reach up. Ensure that it is all core, getting you up as high as you can. Last 1, each leg. Pull and reach towards your foot. Steady as she goes as you lower down. Pull, lift up towards your left foot. Boom, team, take a counter stretch of your choice. I get it. They're super hard, but you're warmed up for the rest of class. Bring your knees into your chest. You're gonna have 2 options for this next moment on how to get into crow pose. Option 1 for my advanced students, rock and roll up to your feet. Press your palms into the mat, tuck your knees into your armpits, and lift up into your crow pose, Bakasana. For my friends that just saw that video and went, what? Instead, stand up on your feet, plant your palms, bend your knees, and tuck your knees into your elbow armpit area. Think chaturanga with your arms though. Bend into the elbows, feel your triceps pushing into your shins as much as your shins are pressing into your triceps. You can always keep both feet on the ground or begin to experiment lifting your feet one at a time until eventually both feet will lift off the floor. Gaze forward, squeeze your core. Exhale, start to step this into Malasana garland pose. Separate your feet out to the edges of your mat. Squat down between your heels. Option to have your hands to your heart, or for a counter stretch, take the tops of your hands together so that your fingertips are facing the floor. Little massage into your wrists, little counter action in your hands. From here, start to lift your hips up, toe heel your feet together, and let's get back into a flow. Inhale, halfway lift your chest. Exhale, chaturanga, hinge forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. Pull your chest back. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Step to the top of your mat. Feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair. Utkatasana, squat down. Take a glance down at your knees and pull your knees back until you see the tops of your feet on the floor. Like a trust fall, lean your spine back while still keeping your low back as flat as possible. That doesn't mean that your arms have to be in line with your ears, whatever it takes though to keep your spine as flat as you can. Squeeze an imaginary box with your palms overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, tighten your belly. Exhale, chaturanga. You can start to jump these back if you are feeling prepped for it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, launch your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, low lunge. To get you started, drop your left knee onto the floor. Inhale, kneeling warrior, Anjaneyasana, arms up and overhead. Now, start to shift forward and back into your front knee, which could mean placing your hands onto your right thigh for some extra support. If you want the core challenge though, arms can stay up and overhead. Careful here though, as you're leaning forward, you're still creating strength. So only go as far forward as you feel stretch and strength. Lift your arms up and overhead. And exhale, eagle arms. Your left elbow glides underneath your right, elbows in line with your shoulders. Tuck your toes underneath you. Inhale, crescent with an eagle arm back bend. Straighten your left leg. Lean your chest up towards the ceiling, and any amount, lean your head to tilt back to the wall behind you. Feel your chin chasing up after your wrists. Keep pushing your shoulders down. Breath in. Exhale, humble eagle. Round your spine. Dig into your right heel. Inhale, eagle arm airplane, Dakasana. Start to flex your left foot. Here's where it's hard. Drop the front of your left hip to rotate down so that both hip tips are in line with each other. Aiming to get your head, shoulders, hips, and floating heel all to create this capital T shape. Push your chest forward. Begin to unwind your arms. Inhale, crescent. Big step back with your left foot. Reach your arms up and overhead. Take a breath. Extend out long through your fingertips. Breathe and reach. Exhale, warrior two. You might have to toe heel some distance between your feet. That's totally fine. Shrug your shoulders down. Line up your wrists with your shoulder heads. Gaze over your front fingertips. Hunker down into your heels. Lunge a little deeper. And with a soft gaze, inhale, start to lift up for reverse triangle. Option to look at your right hand. Now create a domino effect here with your hips. Feel your left hip pushing towards your right inner thigh to help bump your hips closer to the top of your mat. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Find your way into your chaturanga. Option for an ekapada, which just means one leg stays lifted. Take a breath. Chest back to your shins. Here we go, other side. Inhale, extend your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your right knee down like you're proposing to me, and of course I say yes. Inhale, kneeling warrior, Anjaneyasana, arms up. Now as you start to find that shift forward and back, again you can place your hands onto your left thigh, but remember you're trying to find the balance. You're not sinking into your front leg. You feel your right glute squeeze in to support the extension happening in the front of your right hip. Push down into your right shin. Glide your shoulders deeper down your back. Hold here in this lunge. Begin to lift your arms back up. Eagle arms, right elbow threads underneath your left. Curl your back toes underneath you. Push into your front heel. Inhale, crescent with your eagle arm back bend. Lunge deep. Lunge deeper into your front knee. Feel your rib cage pulling up from your hips. Lift your forehead towards your wrists, but make your wrists glide away from your forehead. Breath in. Exhale, humble eagle. Rotate the front of your right hip down towards your left big toe. Speaking of, push into your left big toe. Squeeze your booty in tight. Inhale, Dakasana, eagle arm airplane. Take your time with this. Let it wiggle, let it shake. Steer your left kneecap towards your second and third toe. Kick up long through your right heel. Push your chest forward. Take a breath. Begin to untwist your arms. Inhale, crescent. Land daintily on your right toes. Lift up long through your fingertips. Draw in through your core. Breathe and reach up as long as possible. Exhale, warrior two. Again, you might need to toe heel some distance between your feet. Squeegee your heels in towards each other. Feel your left thigh bone pulling back and into the hip socket. Create a little tug of war. Feel your shoulder blades pulling to your spine as much as you extend long through your fingertips. Inhale, reverse triangle. Stretch out your left side, but feel your right inner thigh pushing towards the back of your left knee to help bump your hips forward. Breath in. Exhale, start to cartwheel your arms overhead and come through to your chaturanga. Push your chest forward as you lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. It's a hard sequence, I get it, but remember the story of Eagle. What would you do for the people that you love? Breathe in. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. So work from that headspace. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair, squat down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Take the pace that works for you. Breathe in. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Keep your left toes tucked though. Inhale, kneeling warrior. Exhale, eagle arms, left elbow under. Inhale, crescent, eagle arm back bend, lunge deep. Exhale, humble eagle, start to push down into your right foot. Inhale, airplane Dakasana. Use your exhale to create stability. We're here for a full round. Push back with your exhale. Inhale, crescent, reach and lift. Exhale, warrior two, lunge deep. Inhale, reverse triangle, stretch out your right side. Exhale, chaturanga. Squeeze your outer hip muscles in tight as you lower. Breathe in. Exhale, down dog, left side. Inhale, pull your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, right toes stay here. Inhale, kneeling warrior. Exhale, eagle arms, right elbow glides underneath. Inhale, crescent, eagle arm back bend, chin up. Exhale, humble eagle, round your spine. Inhale, eagle arm airplane. Lower your chest in line with your hips. Take a round of breath, squeeze in tight. Inhale, crescent, lift up. Exhale, warrior two, core engaged. Inhale, reverse triangle, glide back. Exhale, cartwheel down. Chaturanga, keep your neck up in line with the rest of your spine. Exhale, down dog, one more full set. Inhale, chest to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair, enjoy the work that you're putting in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, Spider-Man, grip your fingers. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, left toes stay tucked. Inhale, kneeling warrior. Exhale, eagle arms, left elbow under. Inhale, crescent, eagle arm back bend. Exhale, round your spine forward. Inhale, eagle arm airplane, capital T shape in the body. Take a moment, find your stability, unravel your arms. Inhale, crescent, lift up. Exhale, warrior two, hunker down to your feet. Inhale, reverse triangle, squeeze your heels together. Exhale, chaturanga. Listen to your body. What flow do you need to do right now? Breath in. Exhale, down dog, final set. Inhale, curl your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, kneeling warrior, chest proud. Exhale, eagle arms, right elbow under. Inhale, crescent with the back bend. Exhale, round your spine down. Inhale, eagle arm, airplane. Zipper up your inner thighs. Push your shoulders down from your ears. Start to unwind your arms. Inhale, crescent, reach and lift. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle, lean back. Exhale, cartwheel down. Step your left leg back, lower halfway through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Find that grip into your fingers. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Feet together, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, eagle, left elbow threads underneath your right, and begin to squeeze your left thigh to stack up and over. Now there are a bunch of variations of eagle, but today for the story, we'll take the heat building version. Round your spine, touch your elbows down towards your knees, hollow out your core. Aim to squeeze yourself into as small of a shape as possible. Feel your sits bones dropping down. Draw your triceps and armpit muscles in tight towards each other. Continue to work weight into your right heel. Inhale, single leg mountain. Unravel your legs, but keep your arms. Think sumo wrestler for this transition. Unravel your arms. Exhale, horse with goddess arms. Huh! Squat down into your heels. Drop your knees in line with your second and third toe. Goalpost your arms. Inhale, star. Dig into your heels to start to stretch up to the ceiling. Exhale, horse with that goddess back bend. Keep going here. Exhale to squat it down. Inhale to straighten and lift. You feel resistance as you pull through these shapes. Inhale, star, hold here, and exhale, warrior two. Adjust your feet. Find your stance, breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle, but option for a little bit of extra work today by placing your left hand to your left shoulder blade and possibly reaching your right arm forward. And if your body just said, no thank you, no worries. Either way, squeeze your heels in tight. And we are gonna play with my nemesis posture into our half moon. Reach up and overhead. Now everyone has a different approach to get into this pose. I like to start with a bit of a lunge into my right knee, hinge forward, any amount, lift your left leg up. Some of you will benefit looking down at the floor. Others of you, after you start to get more of a hang of this pose, will turn your chest to face the side wall. Draw your shoulders in tight. Inhale, reverse warrior. Recommit to the lunge in your front leg. Exhale, cartwheel down and flow through your chaturanga. I've been practicing yoga, I feel like forever, and half moon is still just like a work in progress. Inhale, chest back towards your shins. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair, and let's take this into eagle. Left elbow spirals underneath your right, and begin to squeegee your right thigh on top of your left. Now, like before, we're going to play with the hot variation of this one. Round your spine, aim your elbows to tap downward towards your knees. Curl your back like you're a Halloween cat. But like the story of Eagle, like the reason why he's hunched over like this is because of all the bullying. This poor creature is constantly pushed down. And that's what's happening in this variation, that weight. But you don't have to live your life like that. You get to expand. So inhale, unwind your legs. Start to unravel your arms as we get set up for horse, but think sumo wrestle into the transition. Exhale, swing your right leg up and open to the right. Squat down, horse sumo. Inhale, star, stretch. Exhale, horse. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. Imagine you have weights on your hands to give your shoulders some resistance. Inhale, star, pull and lift. Exhale, warrior two. Ground down into your feet, reach forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Option again for right hand to your right shoulder. Maybe you lift your arm up, but as we keep plugging along through class, listen to your body. Go to a variation that actually feels strong and supported. Begin to let all of this go as we prep for half moon. You can start in a reverse triangle if that helps you. I took a shorter stance for this one just to try to help me along. But lunge into your front leg and begin to launch forward, aiming to keep your left heel in line with your toes, pulling your right leg up in line with your hip. Eventually, you'll rotate your chest towards the right long side of your mat, but it's a work in progress. Feel each muscle activate to help you hold and breathe. Let it wiggle, guys, let it wiggle. Inhale, reverse warrior, grab for the back wall. Exhale, cartwheel down, find your chaturanga or hold your plank or drop down to your knees. Breathe in. Exhale, down dog. Take a full breath in. Exhale, drop down to a seat. Take a seat on your heels. Close your eyes. Coming back into the story, Garuda sets off to steal the nectar of immortality. His first task that he has to complete is he has to fly through this ring of fire. And it's bigger than I think any of us could imagine. The flames are ridiculous. It's hot, it's dangerous, it's scary. But as with these kind of stories, there just happens to be a lake nearby. Garuda fills his beak with as much water as possible and is able to extinguish the flame, easily being able to fly through the ring. Trial 2 is described as like a doorway that is covered in spikes, and the spikes are covered in poison, and there's no easy way to get through it. Well, because Garuda has been bullied his entire life, he knows how to shrink himself down in order to not get into anybody else's way. So Garuda squeezes himself into the tiniest position possible and carefully makes his way through the spikes. Now the third task though, Garuda sees the nectar. It's on like this pedestal, but surrounding the nectar of immortality are a different group of snakes that are there to guard the nectar. Garuda has to finally use what he was always meant to use, his wings to their fullest capacity. Finally, he opens up his wings as wide as possible, and as he begins to flap and beat his wings together, it generates this windstorm. The wind that he's created is so powerful that it blinds the snakes so that Garuda is able to grab the nectar, and flies down to go and save his mom. It's only because Garuda finally stepped into his own power, accepting what he looks like, who he's supposed to be, that he finally found the courage to live his authentic self. Now, with all of that in mind, let's go and rescue Mama. Begin to place your hands onto the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, low lunge, trial 1. Scoop up the water. Inhale, crescent. Extinguish the flame. Exhale, eagle arms, left elbow under. Inhale, single leg mountain with eagle arms. Trial 2. Exhale, eagle pose. Round your spine. Tuck in tight. You have to fit through this doorway of spikes and not get touched at all. So drop down deep. Get a small, tiny squeeze in as close as possible. Keep pulling through. Inhale, single leg mountain with your eagle arms. Trial 3. Exhale, extend your left leg back. Push your chest forward. Open your arms to a T shape. Inhale, crescent with open arms. Exhale, lean your chest forward. Pause here. High five your hands. Lift your arms up in line with your ears. Let's generate the wind. Inhale, open your arms, chin up. Exhale, hinge forward. High five your hands. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, hinge forward. Find your breath. Inhale to expand your wings. Exhale to push the air forward. One more time. Inhale, open, lift your heart. Exhale, hinge, hold here. Inhale, regular crescent. Exhale, chaturanga. Drop it down. Gorgeous, everybody. But bad news. Mama's been kidnapped on the left leg. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, trial 1. Scoop up the water. Inhale, crescent, lift your arms up. Extinguish the flame. Exhale, eagle arms, right elbow under. Inhale, single leg mountain with your eagle arms. Trial 2, fit through the doorway. Eagle pose, right thigh on top. Curl in. You can get small, tiny. Everyone has always made you feel insignificant. Well, I guess use it to your advantage by squeezing through these spikes. Inhale, single leg mountain. Exhale, begin to extend your right leg back. Get ready to fly. Open your arms out to your T shape. Begin to lunge forward. Inhale, crescent with open arms like a big hug that you're ready for. Exhale, hinge forward. High five your hands, belly off your thighs. Get ready to flap. Inhale, open up across your chest, look up. Exhale, hinge forward, high five hands. Feel the wind. Inhale, open your heart high. Exhale, high five your hands, lean forward. Inhale, expand your wings. Exhale, generate the air. One more time. Inhale, open, reach back. Exhale, hinge, reach forward, hold. Inhale, regular crescent. Exhale, chaturanga. You have rescued your mom. Beautiful job. Breath in. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, begin to float your right leg up. Exhale, half pigeon. We're just getting all the birds today, everybody. Right knee towards your right wrist, your ankle towards your left. If you have a routine, go for it. But as soon as you are ready, sleeping pigeon, lower your forehead down. So when Garuda gets back to his mom, gets back to the snakes, the gods aren't unwise to the situation. They know that that nectar has gone missing. They immediately make chase. But when they catch up with Garuda, they're very easily able to piece together what has happened and that his mom has gotten herself into a sticky situation again. But here's what I find beautiful about the story. The gods do not punish Garuda at all. Instead, they reward him. He is no longer forced to be small and insignificant. He still chooses to be a vehicle for Vishnu, but at least it's his own choice. And now he's finally able to step into his power. He was always meant to be big and beautiful and golden, but he let other people dim his light. There are unfortunately lots of places in our own lives where people try to dim us, but remember, you are meant to fly, you are meant to be big. Begin to lift your head up, tuck your left toes underneath you, 3-leg down dog, shake out your right leg, any movement that feels good for you. And as soon as you are ready, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling and exhale, take it into your half pigeon, left knee towards your left wrist, your ankle towards your right. Once again, if you have a routine, go for it. If not, start to lower your forehead down. Now, as for the snakes, when the gods rush down to assess the situation, they see what's happened, and of course they're going to take back their nectar, but in their hurry to get out of the snake city, a few droplets of the nectar falls onto the earth, and the snakes immediately shuffle on over to try to lap up as much nectar as possible. But because the nectar is so powerful, it forks their tongues, it splits their tongues in two, and that is the scientific reason why snakes have forked tongues. The more you know. What I think is so beautiful, though, about the story of Garuda is it serves as a reminder that there's always going to be somebody that thinks that you're too much or you're not enough. But if you can stand in your authentic truth, it doesn't matter what that other person has to say about you. You know who you are. And really, at the end of the day, it's a love story. It's the love of a son for his mother, but it's also a story of self-love. Begin to lift your head back up, curl your back toes, and take any movement into your left leg that feels comfortable for you. When you are ready, drop down to your knees. Swing your legs around in front of you. And we'll meet in Baddha Konasana. The soles of your feet come together. Scoot your heels in towards your hips. Reach down and grab for your ankles. Exhale, hinge forward. You can use your elbows into your inner knee area to help drop your knees closer to the floor. But relax your head and shoulders down. I think what I find truly beautiful about the story of Garuda is that it is, in our day and age, such an unfortunate common theme of the body that we have can be ridiculed, made to feel like it's not right. But at the end of the day, if you don't love yourself and take care of yourself and feel good about who you are and what you stand for, it doesn't matter what anybody else has to say about what you look like. Lift yourself up, extend your right leg out, and pull your left heel in tighter towards your right inner thigh. Reach your arms up and overhead, and we'll do just a side bend to the right. Bend your right elbow to rest onto your thigh or your shin. Reach up and overhead. Give yourself the full permission to be who you are. Breathe in. Exhale, rotate your chest down and walk your hands any amount towards your right foot. Aim for your belly button to line up with your quad. Relax your shoulders down. Let's give this some breath here. Lift up. Set up for Stargazer by pointing your right foot, left hand back behind you. Reach your right hand towards your right toes. Inhale, lift your hips. Draw your shoulder blades together. Push down into your right foot to lift higher, and exhale, swing back around to your seat. Switch out your legs, left leg long out, right heel into your left inner thigh. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Bend your left elbow as much as you need. Push your shoulders down and feel your low belly plugging in towards your low back. Elongate through your top arm. And exhale, begin to rotate your chest down towards your left shin. Aiming again for either your belly button or your sternum to line up into the center of your quad. Push deep into your right sits bone to allow your torso to extend closer towards your shin. And it doesn't matter that if you look up at the screen what I'm doing. What matters is, do you feel strong and stretchy? Relax your breath to allow your body to be in the shape that it's supposed to be in. Lift yourself up, right hand back behind your hips, reach towards your left pointed toes. Inhale, stargazer, circle your left arm across your chest, reach back to the wall behind you. Push down into your left foot to lift your hips higher. Reach around back to the front for your seat. Good. And then swing your legs out straight in front of you and begin to recline down onto your back. Relax your left leg onto the floor. Bring your right knee in tight towards your chest. Breath in. Exhale, supine twist. Roll your right leg across your body. One or both arms open to a T shape. You can rest your left hand onto your right thigh, and if it's comfortable, look to your right palm. Relax your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Come back to center. Give your right leg a little squeeze goodbye. Begin to release. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. And exhale, supine twist. Drop your left leg across the room. Roll onto your outer right hip. This side might have a whole different experience, so allow your limbs to fall heavily onto the mat. Let gravity sink you deeper into the floor. And inhale, come back to center. Take any last little wiggles, poses, movement, stretches that you need. I chose to end with happy baby for myself today. So if that sounds like a pleasing choice for you, grab for the inside or the outside of your feet or your thighs. And exhale, begin to take your way into your Savasana. But take a moment to get actually comfortable. Fix your clothes, fix your hair, work out any last little wiggles. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Relax and drift into your breath. Namaste translates much closer to I see your soul. Start with yourself, your truth, your actions, your intentions. The more clear you become, the clearer everyone else around you becomes. Take that into the rest of your day, into your interactions. Begin to deepen your breath. Generate movement into your hands and feet. Roll your chin from shoulder to shoulder. When you are ready, reach your arms up and overhead, point your toes, arch your back. Exhale, roll to one of your sides. Use your hands to begin to lift yourself up to a seat. Gather your hands to your heart. See yourself clearly. Breathe in. Exhale, bow forward. Namaste. Awesome job, my little birds. Oh, my little baby eagles, all grown up and flying away. Yes, dope line snakes in real life. So good, right? I really hope you enjoyed today's sequence. I hope you learned that your self-worth is valuable, but also the value that we get from taking care of and loving each other. So call somebody that you really love after you roll up your mat. Remember to book your classes with me at hotmessyoga.life, HAWT messyoga.life. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.